Mr. Pawan Kumar. Mr. Pawan Kumar is a BE in Mechanical Engineering Honours from Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, Punjab. He has a professional experience over 33 years in BEML and has acquired varied experience spread across several functions and levels of marketing across the country. He led his BEML team from the front as a regional manager at Mumbai and Delhi. Today, he will be talking about emerging trends in earth-moving equipment. So let's welcome Mr. Pawan Kumar.
What topic I had chosen? Emerging trends in earth-moving equipment. And I think what I am going to speak, it is sort of a mix of what my fellow speakers have spoken. Yeah, in earth-moving equipments, here I mean to say earth-moving equipment, not only construction equipment, but it would include construction as well as mining equipment. Because we in BEML, we supply the equipments which cater to the requirement of both mining and construction industry. So majority of our equipments, they are being used in mining sector. Maybe it coal mining or mineral mining or any ores around and construction mining, construction equipment also, of course, we have some category of the equipments in the lower segments. So what are the emerging trends in earth-moving equipments? So as Mr. Rajan had pointed out, that nowadays the project periods, they are squeezing. So the more and more that timelines of a particular projects are squeezing, so people need to shift towards higher capacity equipments. Of course, it goes with efficiency, means higher efficient equipments, as well as towards higher capacity equipments. So this higher capacity equipments, we as an OEM, we keep on introducing equipments in the market. Maybe it is bulldozers, excavators, or dumpers. So in the subsequent slide, I will explain on the dumpers and other equipments. So this is just a brief. One is higher capacity equipments, which are coming. Then technologies, of course, latest technologies and equipments which are fitted with high digital gadgets, and safety, of course, is another factor, and highly efficient and fuel efficient equipments. Those are the need of the hour. So if you see in the mining sector, all the more and more this coal companies, they are going into a very high capacity mining. So they need a bigger and bigger equipments, high capacity equipments. So there we have introduced our high capacity bulldozers and dumpers. And we are proud to say that first time in India, we are the company which have indigenously manufactured 150 ton and 200 ton dumpers and supply to the coal industry. And another equipment we have introduced in the market is 180 ton class electric excavator, which is not only environmental friendly, but high productivity. In addition to high capacity equipments, what I told, we have indigenously, and most of our equipments, what we are manufacturing in India, almost we have achieved the level of indigenization to the level of 80 to 90%, almost in all the category of the equipments. Then what it will do, if more and more indigenization means, it will be local employment generation, contribution to our nation's GDP, And of course, technology upbringing in India, then skill development, and of course, it reduces the dependency on imports. Next, please. Yeah, here what I spelled out that 150 electrical dumper, 150 ton and 200 ton, and our 180 ton class electric excavator. And they, particularly these electrical excavator, they are environmental friendly because there is no diesel engine or consumption of diesel involved. Of course, we are coming up with the higher capacity bulldozers also. And first time in India, of course, imported machines are available in India. I mean, people are getting it. But we being a, you can say, government company, we work more towards indigenization. Next. Our dumpers, which are fitted with high-tech electrical from GE and Siemens, whichever is feasible at the point of design, we take it from them. Earlier, there was a concept of DC motors. DC motors which used to drive the wheels of the dumpers. A lot of electrical components were more in that. But nowadays, the trend is this AC drive. So that the converter between AC and DC is removed. AC to DC. So straight away the AC motors can be fitted on the wheel of the dumpers, and it will drive the dumpers through. Then these our high capacity dumpers and engines, whatever we are manufacturing now, they are of course emission compliant. As Mr. Rajan has also pointed out, this emission compliant engine, then CEV norms. Of course, we also follow the guidelines of the government, and those engines are being either procured or manufactured according to those emission norms. Here, fuel efficient, I have got certain reservation to use this word, this fuel efficient. Because in the mining sector, what is happening practically, more and more we are going towards emission compliant engines, maybe BS4, BS3. What we have seen practically, the fuel consumption is going high. Whereas it looks in today's scenario of electronic engine and whatnot, all the fitment of gadgets and all. But even then, what we have seen as compared to the mechanical engine, the fuel consumption of these more emission compliant engine is on the higher side. So 10 to 15% this fuel consumption is high. So still, I think a lot of R&D needs to be done how to reduce the fuel consumption. And another trend, what Mr. Rajan also informed, spoke, electric hydraulic excavators, more and more are to come. I mean, what hydraulic excavator at the moment we are supplying to the coal mining or mining sector, they have to be powered with 6.6 kVA power or 3.3. But the future looks to be towards it should be battery operated. Of course, with the smaller capacity excavators have started coming. Of course, in India, maybe one or two pieces may be available by some imported from some foreign company. But in India, we are yet to start this. I mean, dumper excavators which can be operated by batteries. Then, of course, in the now as a high tech, all of the earthmoving equipments, maybe from BML or from other Komatsu or Caterpillar, nowadays they are all fitted with the payload monitoring system and auto lubrication system, so that lesser and lesser involvement of people, man is there. Now, here I would like to say that now another gadget, what has come recently, it is operator fatigue monitoring system. Sometimes during the night, what happens while driving an equipment, maybe it a dozer or dumper, there is a tendency of the operator that he may start feeling sleepy. So the moment he starts feeling sleepy, the gadget, the sensors, they will sense the blinking of his eyes and give a warning or alarm that, so that he will get awake and possible accidents can be avoided. Then all the earth moving equipments, ropes and popes cabin are available, and in dumpers, of course, they are all available in all the capacities, and in excavators they are available up to, you can say, 70 ton capacity of the excavator, 70 ton weight wise it is. Rollover protection, what Mr. Rajan wanted. So above 70 ton capacity excavator, this only ROPS is there, FOP is not available at the moment. And of course, nowadays the trend is rear view cameras and electronic proximity devices, gadgets are available, because the dimensions or height of these dumpers is so much that operator many times he is unable to see on the roads. Even if small vehicles, jeeps or any gypsy is coming on the road, operator will not be able to see it. But this electronic gadgets will help him to avoid the accidents with the smaller equipments, if at all they come on the road. Then nowadays, auto fire detection and suppression system, zone specific, they are also available and are being supplied. Zone specific here means earlier these auto fire detection, whenever there was any heat in one particular zone of the machine, or it used to give a alarm, give a signal that there are chances of fire, and the whole system spread across the machine used to get triggered. But in advanced now this system, only where that heat is more, where that fire is there, so this system will concentrate there more, and the gas would be supplied there, so that that fire is suppressed, not the whole gas is getting wasted. And another thing nowadays in high capacity machines is coming up modular design. Means each machine can be split into say 8 or 9 pieces, and you can assemble it back as quickly as possible. Normally in army area, it is very useful for smaller machines where you need to transport the machine from one place to another, and then assemble it very quickly. So modular design, 7 to 8 pieces, they can carry it, and immediately it can be assembled. Others, of course, we have already spoken. And nowadays, this artificial intelligence, telematics, these are the need of the hour. And just in India, it is just the beginning. So beginning, we are yet to utilize these features in a full way. Maybe at certain places, the connectivity issues are there. People are unable to use it. But at some of the places, connectivity is good. Like I remember last time Mr. Thakur had spoken on this topic, that in his company, almost 90-95% they are connected. They can track their equipments, whether they are lying idle or they are running, and it's good. So future trends, as already I've told, and my previous speaker also spoken that up to 2030 at least, it is going to be a boom. not only in the coal sector, but in the construction segment also. I mean, as Mr. Gadkari has already announced that 60 kilometer per day road construction and other infrastructure projects, it will give really a boost to Indian economy and to the, you can say, manufacturers and users of earth moving equipments. Coal, of course, coal dependency on coal, as we hear, over a period of next maybe 8 to 10 years, dependency may go down. But I think up to 2030, it looks we still have to depend on the coal sector. So after coming of this nuclear power, I think it may take some time, and the stabilization of those plants, then dependency on coal will go down. But excavation of other metal mining, that is going to increase. Maybe steel, keli, iron ore, and other minerals, copper or manganese. So overall, after 2030, there may be some fall, I think, in consumption of mining equipments. But up to 2030, it looks good. And construction equipment, of course, it is going to. Yeah. Thank you.